Hello and welcome. This is Nikot the Brave, and today we're going to be going over Starsreach. This is a MMO in early access that released in August 18th, 2026. These are my first impressions of the game. Now let's get to it. We'll be starting with the character creation. So with the character creation, it could be said that it's maybe like there's a lot of things to change, but there's not much to change with those options. So like you've got your basic things like forehead, you've got your eyebrows, but let's say eyebrow, you have three options for this particular species. You have eyelashes, which I don't think actually show up. Undershirt, you have one option. Shirts, you have a couple different options, and then you've got this tail option, which, you know, as you can see, the tail's not attached. Legs, and I mean there's for example, like these tactical cargo pants, you know, you have two color options. You have 8 different selections for species. You've got your basic human, you've got your Skywatchy, like Sasquatch type characters. You've got demon people, Grotans. The one thing I don't particularly like about this character creator is that the hairstyles are all just you know, one particular color. You can't change the color at all, which is unfortunate. And also, like, characters all have this particular look, and there's also weird additional features that shouldn't be in the game right now. For example, like this TBD ears. I guess maybe you can change your ear type, but since it's not actually working, probably shouldn't be in the game. There's a lot of things that, you know, probably shouldn't be showing in this game overall. So this is my experience with like the character creator. It just wasn't up to my standards. You've got some different ways to morph your body if you want. Let's go load into my character that I made and talk about the game itself. Okay, so I have about 5.5 hours in this game. As you can see right now, there's some issues with I guess like partial rubber banding when you're walking, and animation rubber banding, which is fine. I'm not particularly like thinking that's major of a problem. But you've got some like world gen issues with the starter map. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it's definitely not structurally sound. But overall, like, the gameplay is fine. You've got 4 different modes, or 4 different starter tools that you can use. I haven't bought any of the other ones, so I'm not sure what more you can do other than by going through the descriptions of the skills in the skill tree, which I'll go over later. But for example, we have harvesting. Let's see if I can get some plants to harvest. Or you can discover new plants. That might be a daily cooldown. I'm not entirely sure. Or I just didn't have those discovered before. But you use this tool, this harvester. It has a pretty low energy amount, so you run out of using it pretty quickly, but you harvest different plants, and those plants, let's go to my inventory real quick. These plants, they have a particular durability percentage, which dictates how long they're lasting in your inventory. So, like, I got these yesterday. I have 9 days remaining, and it has a decay time of 10 days. And so it says durability 97%, which I guess is how long it's been in your inventory. And so your plant matter will end up like decaying after time. So just be aware of that. Now, that's the harvester. You can harvest trees to a degree. I don't have the tool to do it, but you can do that. And so I'm guessing that these things that I've been able to discover, they populate in your Galactopedia, I believe. No, it's in your collection file. You've got flora, and unfortunately these things seem to reset either when you change your planet or when you log out, which is unfortunate. Because obviously with like a collection game like this, you want to be able to collect your log. you want to collect it all. You want to see it all, but you know this might actually be like an exploit to get experience or something. But overall, it doesn't feel good to not be able to fill out permanently your collections, and I'll get to that later. I'll get to a problem later with a different system that is more egregious. But the second thing that you can do is so let's go over combat. If I can find some enemies to kill. Another thing is that your stamina bar, which I did not place priority in on the character creation, the stamina bar does not last that long, and it does not fill up very quickly, but it is a thing that is there. Let's just say that. Okay, I've got some enemies here. I have this prowler, and that was an easy enemy to kill. But other enemies, you can't really tell from their name tag all the time, because there's like 2 different types of white varieties, and then there's multiple types of colored varieties. You've got yellow, you've got purple. They have different amounts of health and give different experience amounts. These enemies, if you engage in combat with them, you can attack, supposedly. Okay, well that's one attack. They should have like a larger attack that actually does something. It should show on the ground. There we go. And those are attacks that you can like dodge and stuff like that. These projectiles you can also try to dodge, but with the server lag and stuff like that, it's not as easy as, you know, using the control dodge button. And hit registration is kind of weird. For example, I'm not really sure why I died there, but death is not that problematic in this game. You just go back to your corpse and then you get your items back. I do believe you lose like all of your collected materials since you last quote unquote saved, so it's not too bad. Okay, so you just collect your corpse like this, and then you have all your items back. Let's run away from these dudes right now. Don't feel like engaging with them right now, but you have 4 different weapons so far. In the beta, you have a grenade launcher, you have a pistol, and you have a sniper rifle, and what I have is the assault rifle. There's different skill trees for each one. And one thing I don't like is how bright these loot objects are. They're very, very bright, and it kind of blocks, what you can actually see. So just be aware of that when you're playing, if you happen to play this game. So let's move on. We will be going over the mining and terraforming in a later section because it does not work on this particular planet. You're not allowed to mess around with the geometry. So we'll need to go over this later. But the next section, or the next tool that we can use, is the Pathfinder, which is you basically you go around, you scan and try to find these waypoint things. You'll have a beeper, which will indicate your proximity to the waypoint. So let's try to find one. Okay, so this is the waypoint. Now, what this does is it reveals on your map where the the square that it's in. So let's use our grapple, and I'm not even sure we can actually get it. Okay. Okay, let's find a different one. I can't get that one. I think they're like randomly generated each day, but it's it doesn't feel very good. I'll show you why. Okay, so here's one that we can actually collect. So as you can see right here, we are right here, and if we collect it, it updates our map. Now, the problem is, I already did this. I did this whole thing. I collected all 64 yesterday, and when I logged back in, everything disappeared. That doesn't feel good. I don't like that. So if you happen to do this particular activity, just be aware that your progress is not permanent and it will reset. Now I understand that there's that you have like experience to get, but you get plenty of experience by doing this activity, enough so that like a couple planets or whatever should like give you all of them, all of your experience for your skill ups. So let's just go segue into the skills tree. So you've got your skills. For example, you have botany, which is the first skill. You get experience through harvesting and discovering new plants, and you spend them to get more materials or whatever. So you have yield, which does 20%. You have another one which adds another 20%. And then a further one that does another 20%, and these have increasing costs. The first one costs about 300, then 600, 900. And forestry is a different type of tool that you can use, which is the Xeno Slicer or Zio Slicer. And then you've got this one does the harvester, and then you can plant crops eventually. I don't know how to engage with that system yet, but you can use the Zio Slicer to like grow trees or harvest trees and stuff like that. I don't have that tool yet, so I can't exhibit it. But that's botany. Then you have business. I don't. It's a work in progress skill. You have combat, which you buy the combat skill, then the ranged skill, and then you purchase the different weapon skills. But let's go back. We have planned, I think, 8 different weapons, but so far we only have 4. We have the assault rifle, grenade launcher, pistol, and sniper rifle. In the assault rifle section, we have different types of ammo types that you can, I guess, craft. I spec'd into the homing ammo type, but I don't really know how to use that. There's no indication on how to actually use these skills. This seems to be like a skill that you activate. For example, it says increase homing ammo duration by 2% on these upgrades, but I don't understand how to use this, so there were no tutorials on that so far. Then you've got the grenade launcher, pistol, sniper rifle, and then you've got your crafting disciplines. You have constructing, cooking, engineering, tailoring, and then some other miscellaneous things that you can go into. Then you have your work in progress section. Construction, I've not done anything with that yet, so I haven't not engaged with that system. Cooking, you collect materials and then you cook some stuff on workbenches, and these sections, these skills allow you to use different recipes. Engineering is another one that I haven't engaged with. I guess you craft different benches with it. And then you have tailoring, which is where you craft different clothing, and I'm not sure about armor, but just like I've not been able to figure out how to engage with this skill yet. Then you have humanities, not sure what that's for. And leadership, maybe it's for group play. It's not in the game. And then you have medical. I've not been able to actually engage with the system. I know that some people have healed me before, and I have revived people before, but I think this uses like a specific tool to heal other people or something. I'm not entirely sure. Then you have your mining, which lets you like harvest more or fill up your hopper further, and we'll go over mining later. And then you have Ranger, which is that Pathfinder tool that I used before, which you can increase like your camp size, you can do some waypoint stuff, and then most of this thing are just work in progress. I'm guessing it's just improving your ability to actually navigate the world. Then you have vehicles, which we don't have any in the game yet, and xenobiology, which supposedly you're able to like capture creatures or tame them and have them as like pets and stuff. But I haven't been able to engage with the system yet. And that's the skills so far. You have a mission tree, which you'll have missions here, which you can get from bounty boards or from quests in general. You can ask people around on the towns and stuff like this. So like this Vagri guy, you would just talk to him. I've already done his quest, so he doesn't have anything for me, but you just talk to him and he'll have some stuff that you can do. It'll fill up your mission section, and when you complete it you get some rewards. There are actual bounties, I believe, over here with this mission board. and you get a bunch of credits or cloudus for doing these missions, and it's fine. I guess this is the primary way of actually getting money, because there are these things called loot boxes, loot crates, or yeah, that you can find within the world. These particular ones, which require you to solve some kind of puzzle. I'm not entirely sure what it's trying to explain, so I have never actually attempted them. But these rare ones, they have puzzles attached to them, but you can find common and uncommon ones, but they barely give you any credits. They give you like recipes and stuff, which I'll go over in just a bit. So for example, you see I have these recipes in my recipe book. Unfortunately, you can only hold 10 recipes in your recipe book at a time. So whatever I have in here is all that I can craft until I unlearn them and then learn some new ones. Now, you don't lose your recipes, but you can't like take one out and then put it back, because it has like a cooldown, a single day cooldown on your on when you can actually put your recipes back, which is it's just like an insane system. I don't think that should be in the game at all. Like, it shouldn't be figure out how to craft something and then, you know, possibly have to wait like an entire day because you accidentally moved something out that you shouldn't have, just to be able to make a crafting bench or something, and then you forgot that you needed the actual recipe. It seems insane to me that this is the system that they went with, but that's part of crafting. Now, how to actually craft something, there are these workbenches. You can build some in your camp, but that's something else that we'll go over. But crafting, this is for like plants and stuff. You can I guess craft this machine shop, craft a meat kebab or skewer. You can craft this amount. For example, I have 77, so I can craft 35 of these things. And we'll just craft 5 of them. You wait, and then you're done. You get some XP, and you have those in your inventory. Now you can use them through the consumables section. I have some mushroom skewer. One of these. You drag them on here. You press G, and then you eat some stuff. Now that completed a mission on crafting, eat food, and you can get some XP from that too. It's not that much XP, and there should be more achievements to be able to earn, in my opinion, but that's how that works right now. Now let's move on to the mining and terraforming. With the terraformer, you need to go onto a different planet to do this, and you have to wait. Maybe this is not the one. Okay, this is the one. You have to wait for it to collect you and send you to the next planet, which is Crucible. This planet is fairly pretty with all the lava and stuff. It's got some nice atmosphere. But let's get to our actual reason why we're here, which is the mining. So we have this terraformer. We can search for different materials. Let's say iron. Whoops. Scan. Found iron nearby. Okay, so there's iron right in this little section right here. We can use our tool, or well, I guess we can't because mining is not allowed in this area. So let's go up here. Let's keep on trying to find where some iron that we can actually mine is at. So as you can see from that, you have all the way over there. Not going to do that. You have this little indicator which will show you the direction of where your resources are at. But let's just say iron was right in this section right here. What you do is you use your tool to terraform and mine through the ground to find your resources. And let's say you can see on the ground the hopper filling up. Not the ground, but the reticle. You can see that the hopper is filling up on the right side. Okay, my hopper is full. I have to empty it. So I have to find a place to press this button, and that's how I empty my hopper. It deforms the terrain, and sometimes when you use a tool, it like stays in like an on position. It's like not functional, but it'll still like be on. That's a bug that I hope gets fixed. Maybe like a desync issue or something, but it's something that needs to be addressed. So overall, there's a little bit to do in this game. You've got your harvesting, you've got your combat, you've got your mining and terraforming, and then you've got your exploration element, and then you've got your just overall collection logs and stuff like that, and it can occupy your time quite a bit, trying to get all this stuff either in your log or all mapped out and explored. And so I'd say like it's an enjoyable game. If you have you're like interested in games like Space Engineers, like the survival crafting element of that game, not necessarily like the free roam free build stuff, but just like the survival, mine your own resources and build your own things through that system, then yeah, it'd be interesting for you. I also got like not necessarily Death Stranding vibes, but like I figure that if you like Death Stranding and how it has its exploration systems, you might enjoy this, just like with getting your moving from place to place and stuff. I mean, obviously this doesn't have precision movement technology or gameplay, but this is challenging enough geometry to get around that you might need to it just has a vibe that might be similar. One thing I haven't done is actually complete the tutorial because it has a warning that says that this is a one-way trip when you are about to finish. So I had originally planned on like trying to unlock everything, but seeing that my progress was kind of like not wiped, but the log was reset. I might finish the tutorial sooner rather than later, since it doesn't seem to actually have any bearing on what you're able to do, and I'm not even entirely sure you'll be able to keep any of your equipment and stuff. So but overall, I mean, this has been an enjoyable experience for me when playing, so I would recommend this game, on the caveat that you are interested in this type of game. Again, like if you like Space Engineers or whatever, this might be up your alley. Or just, support it and play it when it gets to a later stage in development. Obviously, there's a bunch of whip stuff that may be of interest to you later on, but overall, I enjoyed my time with it so far. I'll continue playing it, and I'll update you on a later video, I guess. This has been Nikat the Brave. Peace out, yo.